I've never plastered a ceiling before.
Oh my god, it's going all over me.
And this nearly went very wrong.
I just hit the frickin' ceiling.
In this video, I'm attempting to plaster my landing ceiling for the first time, with absolutely no experience. So I'm going to show you the good, the bad,
What a palaver.
and the ugly.
I've got that patch to do, and I don't think I've got enough mixed up. So, this is our landing ceiling. I've taken it down because it had that horrible textured like ceiling pattern on it. Wasn't asbestos. So yeah, ripped all that down because that was all coming loose. All the nails were giving way. So thought best thing was just to rip it down. Today's goal is to try and plaster this ceiling. I've done a tiny little bit of plastering before. If you've seen my YouTube short where I did the plastering down in the understairs cupboard before the boiler went on, that's the only bit of plastering I've done, and I know ceilings are harder. So I know the kind of very bare basics. All we can do is give it a go though. So I thought, what better place than to start on the landing ceiling. I haven't got a lot of light shining like onto it. We've got this window, so I'm hoping I can cover like a lot of my sins. I don't know. Like I say, I'm just going to go for it. First thing I've got to do is put all the tape on all the joins and around the edges. I'm not sure if we're putting coving up here or not, so I'm going to tape the edges to be on the safe side. So this is the jointing tape that I'm using. It's clear, so you might not be able to see much of it on video. I've just got to try and find that end somewhere. Oh, there it is. Sweet. Simple as that. So here's just like a little tip, like I say, not professional, first time I've done this, but from what I've picked up on videos, when I put this in here and then kind of stick it along, so once you've got it on there, you just really want to push it into that corner so you get like a nice like sharp edge, is that the right word? No, sharp corner, because if you just kind of just half-heartedly push it like that, hopefully it picks up. But you see how there's like a roundness to it, where here it's kind of like really sharp, and that's what I'm trying to go for, like a really sharp corner rather than this roundedness. Otherwise your corners would be like that. Right, these are the tools I've got. I've borrowed these, but this is a bucket trowel. So when I mix it up, I can scrape all the loose stuff off the sides, and also getting it out of the bucket onto my hawk. This is the hawk in question. And then I've just got this trowel as my plastering trowel. So next stage is to mix up the first coat. So using multi-finish, it says on the bag this does about 10 square meters per bag, and you need 11.5 litres. That up there is just under 7 square meters. So I'm going to put about 70% of the water in this bucket. This is just a little, I don't know how many litres this is, 30 litre. This is a 30 litre mixing bucket. So water in first, always do water first, and then I'm going to pour that into that and mix it gradually. I'm going to do it inside, so I'm going to put my mask on because this is horrible fine dust. Normally I'd do it outside, but it's raining because we are in Britain. So yeah, I'm going to do it inside, put my mask on, and then add the water, just slowly add this and mix it up. This is the paddle mixer I've got. As you can see, it's been used for plastering before. So yeah, we'll start mixing up, and then it's all systems go, 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 go.
I'm just using a 5 litre tub and then a small bottle that holds half a litre to measure out the water. I would have rather used something that holds more than half a litre, but this was all I could find in the house. I did 1 5 litre and then 4 of the half litres to get up to the 7 litres of water which I require. I then started adding in the plaster powder. You'll see a lot of the fine dust coming up while doing this, so like I said, if you're working indoors, make sure you wear a mask. I added about half the powder first, gave it a quick mix. Once that was mixed in, I added a little bit more and mixed again. I just repeated this process until all the powder was mixed in. Then I used a bucket trowel to scrape any clumps off the side of the bucket and gave it one final mix to get it nice and smooth.
Whoa, that's one thing they don't tell you in the videos, is how surprisingly heavy that is. I can see why people mix it up wherever they're going to be plastering. Jeez. Right, I think I'm all ready. This is like, quite like, ooh, this is like custody. So I'm hoping that's right. I just primed my hawk just so it don't slip off. Oh my god, it's going all over me. Good job we're not keeping that stairs carpet. Oh, the state of me already. I know it looks like a mess, but they say the first coat you just got to slap it on, and then we can flatten it off just before the second coat anyway. So I'm just trying to get it on there as quick as I can at the moment.
I'm starting in this corner over the stairs as I thought that would be the most awkward bit to do, so I wanted to get that over and done with. From there I just kind of worked across the ceiling. You can probably already see it's not exactly professional. There's a few lines and uneven bits, and I'm trying to get grips with putting it on something that's above your head rather than straight in front of you like a wall. But the main thing is just getting a decent coverage, which later on you'll see I don't think I did a good job at doing that.
Right, that's all on. This is going to be my saving grace. So I've got a Ox speed skim. So I know you don't have to flatten the first coat that much, but I'm just going to go over it just to take any like major bumps, because I literally just slapped it on and it was a bit difficult to know where your trowel was, kind of thing. So I'm just going to try and get it a little bit more flatter with this. I just hit the frickin' ceiling. Ah. So that is the first coat on and flattened. Like I say, the first coat, you just got to get it up there really. Don't care too much about what it looks like straight away. I've just flattened it because obviously I'm beginner, obviously, and my trowel's all over the place. It's all up and down. So with that speed skim, such a lifesaver. You just kind of go one way and then go the opposite way. And then if there's little indentations or anything, the plaster that you pick up just slides into there and fills it. But I did have a few fairly decent big spots that I missed. Or no, I was too thin. But yeah, it just gives us a nice base for the second coat to go on. I'll give you a bit of a close-up if it picks it up. So you can see I've still got trowel marks and bits here and there, but it's a lot smoother and not so bobbly. I don't know, I think I hit my hat a couple of times on it. So yeah, gonna go clean the tools up, wash the bucket out, and then wait for this just to firm up a little bit, and then we'll get the second coat on. Things that I've noticed so far, not too sure what I'm doing with the trowel. I'm doing something wrong with the trowel. I just can't grasp what it is at the moment, because as I come along I then just randomly get spots that it misses. So probably just had a crackling. So I'm not too sure what that is. It's gone on okay. I'd liked it a little bit better, but hopefully I can clear that up with the second coat. Definitely a lot harder than I thought it would be on your arms. And then the second coat, I've just got to try and cover my sins, really. But no, I'm pleased with how it's going so far. All the little tips that you pick up off videos. So if you're going to do this yourself, I'd definitely, obviously, watch professionals. Don't watch me because, well, you can see how it's going. But yeah, just waiting for it to firm up, and then we get the second coat on. And then again, I'll flatten it off with the speed skim. That speed skim, if you can definitely get a speed skim as a beginner, it just helps flatten it off because it's such a big blade. That's a 900, I think that's a 900mm one that I've got. I've got a 600 as well for like little bits. You can get a 1.2 meter one, I think that might be the biggest they do. I'm not sure. Definitely helps you get a better finish as a beginner, 100%. Let's wait and then get the second mix on. Okay, time for the second coat. Mixed up another lot, little bit wetter than the first bit, and only half the amount because you only need half the amount for the second coat.
Alright, second coat going on now, and this is where it's meant to start looking a little bit more like an actual ceiling. I'm still trying to figure out trowel angles. Too flat and it drags, too steep and it's leaving quite bad lines. So at the moment I'm just somewhere in the middle and hoping for the best. Also, doing ceilings is way harder than I expected on your arms and shoulders. My arms are already gone by this point, so if this turns out half decent, I'll be happy.
No! The tape! The bloody tape came off.
So everything was going fairly smoothly, but the jointing tape came loose, and then something a bit worse happened.
Slight problem, guys. I've got that patch to do, and I don't think I've got enough mixed up. This is all I've got left. That ain't gonna be enough. Oh, tits. Oh, I don't know when I fricking put it all over the floor either. Right, I'm not sure what the best thing to do here. I've got that patch to do, and I've run out of stuff. But I don't want this. But I don't want this to dry, so I'm going to set the ladder up and just flatten that with the speed skim quickly. Because by the time I come back, by the time I mix up and I come back up, put that on, that's going to be too far gone, I think. So that's what I'm going to do. Ah!
So as you can tell, I'm stressing out now. I think flattening off what I'd done was the best thing to do before mixing up the next batch to finish that little bit off. To be fair though, what I did smooth out, it started to look a lot better, so I do think I made the right choice, because I was worried that this would go off too much to be able to smooth out with the speed skim.
I have mixed up another lot. Hopefully get all this done. What a palaver! Sort of recovered. That's it all done. I just got to wait for it to firm up before I can start flattening it with the trowel. I've got a lot of marks to get out and to deal with, so I'm hoping if I bring you up here, you see like marks like these and like little bits here. This I'm not too worried about because the architrave will go around there for the but then I've got lines here and that. I've got a bit of like work to do to get it where I want it to get to. Hopefully all is not lost and I can do it with the trowel once it firms up a little bit. I think those lines will come out all right. It's just all these bits here and there, but worst case scenario, there's always easy fill. Nah, I'm going to try my best to get it as good as I can. I'm happy now I've got that done because that was stressing me out. I can't believe I didn't mix up enough, because they say the second coat you only need like half the amount, so that's what I did. But obviously I did it wrong. So if you're thinking about doing this yourself, make sure you mix up enough. Mix up more than you think you need, I'd say. Right, I'm going to try and sort some of this out. It's firm to the touch now. So I'm going to try and fill in these spots here that I've missed. Get rid of this and then kind of try and sort out some of this. get some of these lines out. All I've got clean trowel. I've got a bucket of water behind me with a brush in as well, so if I need to dampen it down a little bit, I can. And let's see what we can do with this freaking mess. I think this is what they call fat. It's the fat of the plaster. I'm not sure if that's true, but I'm pretty sure it is. I'm just going to use it. I'm just kind of like, it's so professional. I'm just flicking the stuff off the side and just putting it on the point so I can get it in these holes here, in these like little marks. So this is the problem I said about earlier. Even after smoothing it with the speed skim, I had a lot of indentations and low spots, which I then had to go over putting more plaster on to lose them. You'll see what I mean in the next clip. Looking back at it now, I think this was probably because I didn't put enough on over the 2 coats. I don't think I did a very even coverage of the ceiling. See here, I've got a lot of like gouges and grooves and everything, so I'm just going along, not bits like that, bits like that. I'm just going along, trying to flatten it out a bit, using the fat on the trowel, just to kind of like pull it there and then kind of like push it into it, just with quite some force on the trowel. Wow, so I've been round, flattened it all. I'm sort of happy with it. It's taken me a lot longer, so it has started to go off a bit too much now. I could have, and I should have, looking back, used extra time so it didn't go off as much. I've tried to, flatten it out and get as many of the marks out. I have still got marks. It's kind of what we're working with now. It's as good as I think I'm going to get it. There'll just be a little bit of filling here and there I think that I need to do, but it's just like bits like this here where I've kind of like missed the and then over here there's this ridge down there and I could not for the life of me get it completely out, so I've got like little marks. And then we've just got like little marks like that. So, is it the best? No, definitely not. I'm like I say, I'm not 100% happy with it. I would have liked to get it a little bit better, but I'll see what it's like once it's dried. And like I say, I can give it a little bit of a sand down here and there and a little bit of filling if I need to. But yeah, I definitely think next time probably get some extra time in it so it don't go off as quick. Also mix up enough for the second coat, because that's what really screwed me, to be honest. The edges didn't come out too bad along there. I've got parts missing here along there. It's not brilliant, let me say, but for my first time I don't think I'm going to lose sleep over it. Thanks for sticking with me. It was definitely an experience and I'll learn from those mistakes, I reckon. I still need to work out why my trowel was kind of like leaving bits and I was getting a lot of like air bubbles, if you know what I mean. So I'm not too sure. Let me know in the comments if you've got any experience with plastering, what that could be. Would I do a ceiling again? Well, first off, ask me again once my arms recover and my shoulders, because it's definitely a killer on them. But yeah, I think I would. I don't think I'd go for a bigger ceiling than this though. I think this is my limit unless I try extra time, but it's a lot on your body as well. If you're thinking about doing this yourself, I know you've seen what you're getting into. Hopefully it goes a lot smoother than it did for me. And if you are a professional plasterer watching this, sorry. No, I don't think it I don't think it went too bad. It could have gone a lot worse, a hell of a lot worse. I will leave it for the night, come back and see what it looks like once it's dried. Okay, I am back. It's been a few weeks since I did the ceiling, so it's fully dried out now. Now it's dried, you can see a lot more bits that need kind of sorting out. So I will have to fill it, I think. But for the first attempt, it's not too bad. I can't be too harsh on myself. It's not too bad. So I ended up with a lot of like lines like this. So I'm hoping I can sand them out. This bit over here rippled, so I've still got an indentation there. Bit there where I've completely missed that with the trowel. So don't know what happened there. This is probably one of the worst bits. This is where, this is the section that I ran out of plaster, and then this is where it kind of joins. So yeah, it's not great. And then I've got patches like this where it's quite rough. I'm not too worried about that because the architrave will cover that. And again, I've got patches like this, quite bad patches of places that I sort of missed. It's difficult. Final thoughts, definitely a hell of a lot harder than you think it's going to be, 100%. My respect for plasterers have gone through the roof after trying this. So I think it's quite flat, like to the touch, if you know what I mean. It's not like wavy or bobbly, so I did all right there. It's just all those bits that I've just shown you. When I went round, I thought I'd got everything, and it looked okay when it was wet, but drying, completely different game. So, yeah, it's a learning curve. I knew it wasn't going to be 100%, so I will have some filling and sanding to do, which is fine. I don't mind that. It's cool. But yeah, that's my first attempt at plastering the ceiling. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you like this kind of video, please like it, and subscribe to follow us on our journey. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.